Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Firda Hanief Nur Fadhilah. I am from Senior High School 5 of Tasikmalaya, and I'm here as the opposition. So, today's motion, this House regrets mergers and acquisitions within the tech industry, such as Tokopedia, Gojek, Facebook or Instagram, Google or YouTube. So ladies and gentlemen, before going further into my arguments, here I'm gonna rebut and respond to the first speaker of the proposition. So the proposition said that it's not unjustified that mergers and acquisition within the tech industry is not it's not unjustified. So she said that limits consumer ability to exercise privacy, and the merger system just have the accessibility to just know about the consumer database such as Facebook and WhatsApp, selling your data and privacy on your social media. But ladies and gentlemen, here I'm gonna make a clear rebut that it is not unjustified. It is very justified because we consume it, right? We use the applications such as Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. We use it. It means that we need it. And for the accessibility and for the privacy itself, the privacy system in WhatsApp is increased. It has been increased. For example, in WhatsApp, there is a new system. It's called disappearing mode. So this feature makes our message disappear after 7 days, and it can be increases into 24 hours, so our messages can disappear. So ladies and gentlemen, every single application that we downloaded in Play Store or so on, that it is had the own security system. So we have the password. It is related with our number, and we also who controlling the application itself, because we have the password of our social media such as Instagram, our Facebook, and our WhatsApp. Ladies and gentlemen, move into my rebuttal. The second argument of the proposition is harm user, especially the consumers and laborers. That the proposition said that this is there is the competition between FG and IG. And if they mix, so there are so many big applications. There are so many applications, and the user, the consumer, will be confusing about if they don't mergers or in acquisition itself. So the larger, the more application that they don't mergers, it is becoming a something that the consumer itself confused and just looking for just the others, and it's not a good idea. So for example, Goto itself, it is really help or easier the consumer for fast shipping, because the Gojek and Tokopedia itself, there are mergers, so they can make the shipment itself will be easier, and the consumer and satisfied and happy. Ladies and gentlemen, moving into my argument, here I have two arguments. So the first of all is why I really disagree with this motion, because there is no competition among the tech industry itself. So, for example, the WhatsApp and Instagram, there's no competition between them, because they are merged in the consideration of cooperation. They are cooperate to increases their rate. Their consumer will be increased if just they improve their own system. Ladies and gentlemen, so in this case, it brings us the advantages. The first advantage is growth or diversification. Ladies and gentlemen, companies that want fast growth, everyone wants to fast grow. In terms of size, stock markets or business, diversification can carry out mergers and acquisitions. So the company doesn't have the risk of the new product. In addition, if it expands through mergers and acquisition, the company can reduce the competitor. So the more competitor, the more consumer that will be confused and just think again to choose what is cheaper, what is not, and like it's not good competition. And the second is synergy. So synergy can be achieved when the mergers produce economies of scale, and the level of economies of scale occurs because the combination of overhead costs increases the revenue that is greater than the total revenue of the company when it's not merged. So synergy is evident when the merging companies are in the same business, because redundant function and manpower can be increasing, because the more bigger that companies that have been merged, so the more employer that they need in that situation. For example, like Gojek and Tokopedia. So the consumer just order from the application, and then we as the Gojek itself as the shipment, so also can make it the shipment faster and faster. So moving into my second argument, here I have the point that I really disagree that this house regrets mergers and acquisition within the tech industry, because it is the mergers and acquisition is beneficial for the tech industry because they are in the back industry stronger. And the first one is adding management or tech skills. So some companies cannot develop well the lack of efficiency in their management or lack of technology. Companies that cannot streamline their management and cannot pay to develop their tech can merge with companies that have expert management or tech. The second is tax consideration. Companies can carry tax losses over the next 20 years or until taxes are covered. And the last one is increased funds. Many companies cannot obtain funds for internal expansion but can only fund the external expansion. So this allows for increased funds at a low cost. Thank you very much, and I'm proud to oppose.